There's one thing I want to talk to you about with MR2s as to why they snap oversteer. Now, it's not like rear wheel drive where if you're going too fast, then the rears just kind of slide out and you just have to skate the whole corner kind of thing. It's more weight on the back, so more traction. And as you accelerate, you get more grip, so there's just grip all around kind of thing. Now, snap oversteer, it's basically an occurrence from weight shifting too dramatically mid-corner. So you're accelerating around corner, past the apex, you're still accelerating, then you let off the accelerator. Let off the accelerator mid-corner with a rear-wheel drive, you'll essentially transfer all the weight from the rear to the front. It'll start to drift around, though it's pretty predictable because it's pretty light at the rear end. So you'll be able to power out of it relatively easy. Obviously sideways, but you can just keep going. Mid-engine, the same kind of concept applies. If you let off midway, the tail will start to throw itself around the front of the car. But since the motor is there, it's carrying a lot more weight or mass, so it's a lot more difficult to control as far as keeping an angle goes. Now, when most get into that kind of situation, they either let off the throttle, which then transfers the weight again. Since the rear has started to slow down, it's transferring the weight again to the front, which then are facing the other way from counter steer, flicks it in that direction. The main issue with if you get snap oversteer is that you're not driving it right. If you start sliding in a rear-wheel drive car, you don't let off. If you start sliding in a mid-engine car, you don't let off. So that's where the conflict is for me. I've drifted the AW11 numerous times, more than a few, on semi-slicks, well and truly above 100 k's an hour. And I do actually use the lift-off oversteer technique around more than a few corners at Winton Raceway. So people that say that they have deadly snap oversteer are completely wrong. They just don't know how to drive. Or they haven't really experienced it enough, or they have the completely wrong setup. So just stock wheels and crappy tyres, or they're used to, say, driving a front-wheel drive car, and they just use that technique. Probably some of you that are thinking as to why people own rear-engine cars if they're so dangerous. That's why. They're not actually dangerous, and they can take corners much faster than most other cars. Again, pending setup, some front engine cars and front wheel drive cars can take corners considerably better than these things. But I'm rambling, so watch on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.